Alrighty, guys, howdy. What's up? We're back. Double header tonight, and the second match is going to be a good one. Here we have Vinny versus Jenna, the Tucson Toros versus the Seattle Scizor. Both Vinny and Jenna have played over a year in the PBA, 4 seasons with Jenna, 5 seasons with Vinny. Both are some serious gamers. Excited to see what they bring to the match today. Raid Shadow Legends. Sorry, ignore that. Both teams with some pretty impressive boxes. I think both Vinny and Jenna came out of the draft with some pretty scary boxes. Jenna with the full OU squad, and her team can really go in many directions. Me and JT and a couple other people were talking about it. Jenna came out of the draft looking really good. Tyranitar, of course, is always a staple. I actually played some games on ladder with her team, just trying to play around with her box, and I had a really good time. But T-Tar, Metagross, Snorlax, Aerodactyl, of course. Being able to check Skarm is huge with Magneton, and going into Vinny, that might be huge. Not to mention 2 options for Spikers and Rapid Spinners. That's great. Vinny, meanwhile, with a pretty solid defensive core of Claydol, Suicune, and Skarmory, of course. Gengar and Salamence, Starmie have a bunch of flexible options, same with Alakazam. And although he wasn't able to grab Blissey, he was able to grab Umbreon very late, which fills a very similar role. And I was speaking with some people about it. I love Blaziken in this gen. I know it's not OU, but being able to go, like, hit Fire with Stab, hits Metagross, hits Jirachi, hits Fortress, hits Skarmory, Fighting Stab, hits Tyranitar, and other things. And then, like, a Hidden Power Grass for Swampert. That thing can hit pretty much anything at once. So, really cool Pokemon. Both teams, some really cool boxes, but let's get into the match. Enough of my yapping. Let's check it out. Here's game 1. And we're opening up with Blaziken. There it is! Women's Day! International Women's Day is here! Gonna switch to the Skarmory. Afraid of maybe a Surf there. But we're gonna go Spike for Spike. And Jenna doing what Magneton does, trapping that Skarm right away. Great opener for Jenna. The Overheat from Blaziken is gonna take care of the Magneton. So now we're trading 1 for 1, but honestly, Magneton did its job, so not really afraid to stay in. Metagross going to click Earthquake on the Claydol. That might be banded. Maybe that's why we saw the Metagross switch out. Going to Rapid Spin, get rid of those spikes. And Gengar is here, hoping that this is just a Body Slam Snorlax. If so, Gengar can just sit on it all day. Toxic not going to do anything, though. And reminder, pre-Gen 7, Gengar does have Levitate. Ooh, missing the Will-O-Wisp on the Tyranitar. Let's see if this is a Pursuit Tar, perhaps. Let's see what comes out. Lumberry. And Crunch. Might be a Mixed Tar. The damage there... Ooh, gonna Destiny Bond to get rid of that T-Tar. Jenna making some good clicks, though. I'm gonna be honest. Aerodactyl in, threatening Hidden Power Flying here. Going to Claydol. Let's see what comes out. Another Earthquake. Metagross does not mind coming in on the Claydol Psychic. Hidden Power... Ooh, Hidden Power Ice, perhaps? That was really good damage. That was really good damage. Yeah, I'm guessing Hidden Power Ice. Maybe Hidden Power Grass. Snorlax coming in into the Blaziken. So Blaziken just going to bust out some Fighting type move, though. And yeah, there it is, taking the Snorlax out. But Blaziken really low itself. Just gonna get what it can before it's gone. And there you go. Now Jolteon is in a prime position. It's gonna speed tie the Aerodactyl. We'll see what happens there, but Aerodactyl gonna have to lock into something if it's a Choice Band build. And so this Jolteon looks like it's gonna be able to clean out. Let's see what comes out. Earthquake. So if that's Choice Band, it's locked into Earthquake. Claydol now has... Yep. And that should be game 1. Jen in the chat. GG, you've won. LOL, I'm locked into ground. Yeah. So we're just going to Psychic down the Aerodactyl. That was a really good defensive switch for Vinny. If like you look at Vinny's box, you see some Pokemon like Blaziken, Jolteon, Claydol. You don't think of like OU like top tier staples, but he's making them work and in a good way with a +3 differential in this first game one. Good stuff from Vinny. Jenna, no slouch though. Jenna coming in looking great with her first game. Trapping the Skarmory with Magneton. Threatening Pursuit and Crunch with T-Tar. Like, Jenna's clicking some good buttons here. Good stuff. Let's go into game 2. Let's check it out. Jolteon now is the lead. Vinny kind of pivoting his lead option, going for the Jolteon right away, and Cloyster's gone. No hazards and no spikes. Vinny is not playing any more games. It's all business game 2. Gonna paralyze the Snorlax. Let's see if we can get some full paras, and there's the first one. Switching to Skarm, now switching to Blaziken. Blaziken doesn't mind facing down the Magneton. Brick Break on the T-Tar. Vinny is all business game 2. He has a suit on right now. He is Patrick Bateman, and this is what we're talking about. Look at Blaziken doing Blaziken things. This is awesome. Unless you're Jenna. That's a bummer. But Blaziken just being a beast. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Offensive player of the season? Offensive player of the season? Blaziken? Oh my gosh. Heracross. What's up, Heracross? But Blaziken outspeeds. Skarm taking the focus punch. Let's see how much this does. 45. Alright, so Magneton could come in, clean up the Skarm. Hidden Power. Ground? Is this the HP ground? Are we trying to read the Magneton switch in? Ah, is it gonna happen? HP ground Skarmory? It's the YOLO Skarm. Oh my goodness. Insanity. Vinny decided to be a gamer game 2. Salaman's gonna intimidate this Heracross. Gonna not take too much. 33 is still a lot, but with Heracross last Pokemon left, Hidden Power Flying is gonna close it out. Sheesh. Vinny, how the Zoomers, I teach middle school. Let me try this. Vinny ate and left no crumbs, game 2. Still, don't want that to overshadow Jenna's performance. Game 1 was looking really promising. Vinny showed off just how good Jolteon and Blaziken can be. Shoutouts to International Women's Day. And shoutouts to this Blaziken Women's Day. That was our week 1 set between the Tucson Tauros and the Seattle Scizor. A good showing from both players. Vinny with the 6-0 victory game 2. Looking really dominant. And ending with a +9 differential, our highest so far. Good stuff from both players. On the West Coast, they still have the sun out, and it's 7:30 over there because they're crazy. For me, it's 10:30, so I'm going to call it there. Hope you guys have a good night. And thanks for watching. Peace out.